When I worked for the Chatham Police Department, I retired as a patrol sergeant, which I was also the deputy coordinator for the Office of Emergency Management, and I was the liaison for all special events and any large town activities that happened. It would be Cougar Night, assisting Chatham Township Police. I worked in Chatham Borough, Fishwack Festival, 4th of July Parade. Every day was something different. People think at Chatham it's a small little town, nothing happens. I had a bank robbery chase where I had a car chase down Route 24 after the person at gunpoint robbed Investor Savings Bank on Main Street in Chatham. And what was very interesting about this whole scenario was when we got him out of the car, he didn't match the description of the person we were supposed to be chasing. It turned out he had changed his clothes while he was driving. The report was he had a full beard. When he robbed, he was literally shaving as we were chasing him down the highway. One other interesting thing was about 2 or 3 in the morning on Route 24, I came across a person walking down the street or down the highway, and I didn't see any car, like a disabled vehicle. I kind of doubled back to see why is this person walking, and it ended up being a woman, and she decided to, in the middle of my interview, decide to take all her clothes off and run across the highway at 2:30 in the morning with 18-wheelers zooming by us, and I'm chasing her across the highway until she finally fell into the oncoming lane, and I had to drag her to, into the middle of the road. It turned out she had a large quantity of drugs on her, and she was trying to throw us off. I started working here at CHS in 2013 in September, so this is my 3rd year working at Chatham High School, and I just love being part of the community, being part of the students' lives, the faculty's lives, and all of that. I really do care for everybody here, and it's a thrill working here. Chatham has boomed so much. I mean, I moved here from Short Hills I was born in Short Hills, moved here in 1969. I was, I think, 8 years old at the time. I was a 4th grader. Obviously the highway wasn't finished, so Main Street in Chatham was a traffic nightmare. But the town has just grown. Anywhere there's a square inch, people will put a house. Or anywhere there's a small house, people will knock it down and put a bigger house. So the population has risen, but it's still a great town, which is why I moved my family back here. I said I want my kids to have what I had growing up.
You're listening to 1240 AM, WEZR, Lewiston, Auburn, the music station that also keeps you informed. Stay tuned now for world and national news.
WEZR.
I started doing voiceovers. Originally, I went to college to be a communications major, and I wanted to major from high school. I knew I wanted to go into radio, be an actor. My joke is my mother told me I had a face for radio, which means I shouldn't be an actor, I should be behind the microphone. It was my joke with her. I went to college and went right on the radio, working news shifts, disc jockey shifts, anything I could do to be on the air. I'll do any voice acting. I'll do narration. I have done, last year, I did 100 Bible verses for a brand new Bible app that is out there. So it's a Bible alarm clock, so you wake up to me doing a passage from the Bible. I'll do narration, I'll do character voices. I've got a short animated film called The Ark, which is out, that I played a purple dinosaur, or a blue dinosaur, not like Barney. But, so I love character voices, I love changing my voice. I'll do straight voiceovers, and I also would do athletics, more like public address announcing. I've worked for the New Jersey Jackals baseball team at Yogi Berra Stadium doing that, and I've also worked for the New York Rangers. I spent 2 seasons. I did 4 games each of those seasons as the voice at Madison Square Garden. Not on the radio, but the voice that you hear in the Garden in between periods when there's a stoppage in play. I did a series of 3 commercials for Route 10 Lexus, but then during the World Series, it was constantly being aired, so my mother would call and say, I just saw you on TV again, or friends would call and say, is that you behind the Lexus? And it was me.